think Olaf was pretty clear that it was going to come out because A, you're working with a Syndra, and B, you're working with Morgana and Caitlyn. And you also see the Sett coming out, so you want a hard dueling jungler and one that can move very quickly through the jungle and make the most out of the priority that a Caitlyn and a Morgana can buy you, and the kill pressure and river that a Syndra can also provide or back you up with. So we already talked about how Rogue were going to go for the Ryze. They now have Gangplank and Ryze, so the ability to play 1-3-1, even though I don't think it's the best in this meta because Baron and Drake Souls are so powerful that 5v5 is just better. But
a team where ZaZee has been performing and Crownshot have been performing so well is pretty solid. I don't mind that both teams are trading there, but now we see Inspired getting frisky in the mid lane, getting ready for the flash forward. Flash out from ZaZee though. Inspired doesn't even burn his flash there, so just a very positive exchange for him overall. A bit behind on jungle pathing now, but has to feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, but frozen the wave on ZaZee and just ruined his life there.
Good thing is that Rogue are adapting on the fly to the minions. Normally unfortunate choice to focus fire there, as they've now got 3 members on the top side of the map. More than enough health here to go for the dive, but they cannot afford to misplay this one. Jenax gonna get pulled back. The knockup now interrupted. Big mistake coming in there from Jenax. First blood going over to Rogue. The fact that that knockup was canceled makes the dive so free.
And we talked about how this was always going to be a possibility because the map was
to shoot that little
it's
Forge
a
god, Forge. He wants to shoot that thing in the face.
Listen, there is one god in our league, and it is Gilius.
It is Gilius. Blessed be his name. That said,
oh no,
the Forge god on the top side, they're not fans. This is not a pantheon. There's only room for one god. Rogue are making that very clear.
Back up, back up.
SK, though, do not want to die. They are going to get a TP out, and so far, SK not really getting a lot done across the map, and Rogue just to see something similar from him today, but already losing that flash early on in the mid lane. He's given up so much of his early pressure. We're going to have some thought, because now we've got a gank on the bot side. Cannon Barrage coming out. Crownshot has to flash out the safety, but they still got the setup CC. Well played by Hans. I'm going to hold on that one. Pulled back by Inspired. Black Shield not nearly going to be enough. His limit saves his own life, and Crownshot be able to grab this one. Very crucial that they grab it at this point and not later in the game, because it does mean that they will have time to grab some tower plates with this. Further press their advantage. In the meantime, Crownshot's going to be able to grab a few plates of his own, but as he's bought a Cole, he will be a bit delayed in getting to that first major item. Keep an eye on how he wants to itemize. If you watch the Freak Show this week, you'll know that no attack speed is the recommended build from the math wizard himself. Just Storm Razor, IE, as well as the Essence Reaver, because Kate does not scale nearly as well with attack speed as other champions. And Crownshot's going to have more than enough.
And you can see that we're about to have a race, and poor little Jenax is sitting on the finish line. Who will get there first? He's using the ult to try to clear the wave.
Ontama with the sidestep there. Little fire breath action inbound. There it is, and Rogue are gonna get nothing. But for
the 2 fly AD items as opposed to going AD item, looks like an Infinity Edge, into a Zeal. For that Dragon Soul fight, I'll hold it.
Oh, punch it right back, right as we praise Jenax. He is gonna get taken down here slowly but surely. Inspired's gonna grab that kill.
Okay, more important. But for that Dragon Soul fight, if everything goes according to plan for SK, Syndra and Caitlyn will be so powerful for it that hopefully SK are like, we got Dragon Soul exactly when we wanted. It's not necessarily the soul that we wanted because it's not soul. And then they close out the game. So
lack of coffee. I'm drinking my espresso now.
I would not saying to anyone in particular,
Kevin,
love a cappuccino.
Kevin gets mad when we ask for coffee because we're adults and we can get it ourselves. Speaking of getting it himself, Vander, he's a man who wants a little bit of Crownshot. Hook goes out. Black Shield says no. Not that the hook would have hit anyway, but they are going to stop that play.
SK obviously have a huge advantage, but Jenax is very far away from that, and this is the Drake that's, again, very important. SK want this one. They need to make sure that they can use a lot of their power in the mid-game, and forcing Drake fight would do that.
Ulti coming out. Inspired going to go for the dump back down. Can they secure the Drake? Inspired going right back in. Trickers managed to get this one, but it's Crownshot up to the backside. Big damage going in. Big Aphelios on to follow, and now Crownshot's all on his lonesome. Finn, though, with the parlay, does get exhausted, but now Ryze is coming in. That's the double for Larssen. Oh, he's looking to clean up, and that's it. SK, they've already gotten outscaled. It's only 16 minutes, and there's nothing left. Are you kidding me? Rogue with a dominant early game performance.
Oh, that damage was disgusting, and it's only going to get worse. Ooh, that damage.
Yeah, Ryze is...
Okay, round 2. Olaf and ZaZee versus Larssen.
Here we go. Larssen knocked back, clicked on
again.
And walking away briefly. They're taking their time on this one. Larssen trying to sidestep. That's phase rush. Trick waiting on the axe. They're trying to give the kill to ZaZee. The knock forward. Larssen still stepping out. They're donating the kill to Trick. He dies in time.
Is that, do you think that's salt in the wound? Like, who actually won that?
Anyway.
While all of that had been happening, Finn was actually still 1v1 against Jenax. You can see that the CS lead still not feeling great. To mid-range 80 carries. And like obviously Caitlyn doesn't fit in that bucket, but the rapid fire cannon is going to make it feel even safer.
Yeah, and I think the big nightmare that I always have whenever a Ryze gets fed is if you don't have reliable point and click CC, which at this point SK Gaming do not. He's going to phase rush on you, but they might be able to steal this one away. Trick, can you do it? Woo! Mountain Soul. Well played, Trick. Okay, I was ready to just, call this one done. We were going to fill the space however we needed to, but with Mountain Soul, maybe SK can start to come out on top of these fights.
I mean, it's never going to hurt, but again, it just doesn't feel as good as it should, especially for how powerful Larssen still is, and you can see that Rogue knows that as well. They kill Trick, trade his life for the Mountain Soul, and then immediately turn on the Baron, and the only option that SK have is to try to fight them. Good luck!
And poor Crownshot, he's playing an AD carry that was designed so long ago. It simply does not have the tools to do everything it needs to, but they managed to connect the snare. Larssen forced to flash out. The Baron stolen away by ZaZee. Froskurinn, and this is where you just don't understand. ZaZee had clutch potential the entire time.
What? Wow.
Yeah, Syndra's really good at stealing Barons. My God.
He is missmited. It was 38 HP.
I'm going to give the credit to Syndra. I feel like that's the better narrative. SK Gaming, getting absolutely outclassed in fights, but coming up clutch when it matters most. They steal a 4th dragon. They steal a Baron. 100 Thieves.
They'll steal the game.
You got nothing on SK Gaming.
No, now SK need to make this one really hurt. At this point in the game, Syndra's kind of like the most powerful that she might actually ever be. Now, obviously she doesn't fall off, but I feel like she kind of plateaus in her damage. Syndra, once she has level 13, once she has 2 points in ultimate, once she has 2 items, that's kind of like her big, like, I can really mess you up before more MR starts coming in and she doesn't instantly just get to pop whoever she wants to click on. So SK with Mountain Soul, with Baron, feel very strong in this window. Run, Trick.
He's getting out. He's getting out. They have nothing to do there. But okay, so Froskurinn, here's the thing.
Yep.
Rogue's comp outscales, I think, as you mentioned, isn't the biggest deal. But by taking the Soul, the Elder Dragon is now up. It is now an available objective, which means that any kind of advantage that SK wanted to, or Rogue wanted to have, rather on side lanes, or in a fight if they can find a flank to kick it off, disappears in the face of a buff that will just on summon back to full health. Remember, it was 1 empowered auto from Crownshot last time. He zoned off an entire setup with traps. It will all come down to this Elder Dragon.
That crab.
Scuttle Crab hooked away, but it will be taken by SK. Extra movement speed for them. But now, gonna pull back. Ryze now on the flank, but they're taking so much damage. Crownshot raining it down, but his fire now running forward. He's got a black shield. Eyes on Crownshot. He's throwing so much down. Larsen's taking a lot of damage, but in the meantime, Trick rolling through and just going to find the shutdown as well. SK absolutely monstering Rogue in the fight. They're going to get the Elder as well in a game that felt like it was unlosable for Rogue. Gets turned over 2 back-to-back steals and an Elder Dragon team fight to follow. My God, SK, way to keep the mental strong.
Yeah, and immediately they pulled the trigger on this. SK can smell it. They knew that they needed to get the Elder Dragon. They now have it, and now they know they need to end the game with this power. They are going to take down the first place team and potentially deny guaranteed worlds from Rogue against SK.
Crownshot hit the trap. Oh no, he didn't know about the trap. Oh, and that's gonna do it. SK Gaming take down Rogue. No more first place for you. They're praying for a Mad Lions win later in the day. What do we say about that game, Froskurinn?
I think the game plan was pretty clear, and I think you give credit to SK for sticking to the game plan. Like, yes, it did come down to a steal, but they still knew how important it was.
Absolutely. And I'm just at a loss for words. I mean, it's incredible to me how many objectives they stole back-to-back. And really, first time I've seen Caitlyn in a long time, underestimated the sheer amount of damage that she does on 3 items. You were much more prepared for that than I was, Froskurinn, because Crownshot absolutely obliterated in that last fight. It took a little bit longer to kill Larssen, but overall, still,